So hello, Myrmonden here. Welcome to my review of Yowamushi Pedal episode 24. I don't know, it's like, the ending to me was really shocking, in a bad way. It's like, if he wins on that, even if he just gets some momentum that feels lame, right? So I mean, obviously, as you can see the episode, right, and ends on Manami's Shane jumping off his bicycle. I thought maybe he can fix, maybe he can fix it quite quickly. Then stop and fix it, but you know, generally it's gonna lose some time, right? And then it felt ridiculous. It's like, oh, it's 5 minutes left. Oh, his bicycle broke down. Like, what? Because obviously, that is something you would expect happening to the main character, like the good coach, the good team. They have like, oh, our car broke down. Oh, we had to fix it, then we can race. That's typically happen. And now it's that bad guy, you know, the enemy here. That's the issue. And it's again like, wait, can they ever stop being the top dogs? It's like, yeah, like the guys we shouldn't be rooting for has the kind of the incident, and I just feel like that is such a shit way to reach on that. That to me was really bad to me. If he reads on that is ridiculous. And I mean, it's also bad in the sense that like it really goes against the whole team, right? The team, the major team is that okay. Junta Teshima is, you know, hard worker, has no talent, has no skills. Just really hard worker. He's pushing himself way harder than should here, right? Manami is the most genius climber you have in the whole series. He's like, oh, this is so easy, this is so fun, la 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 la, right? He's that kind of guy. So he actually hasn't been struggling. He hasn't been trying hard. That's why he's a bad guy, right? But he's a nice person. He's kind of, you know, douchebaggy, arrogant prick, right? As he rightly is, yeah. And he's never really going serious. So that's why Junta can go on and speed, even though he's just a hard-working, you know, like underdog. And to then have the good guy win by the bad guy's equipment stuff breaking down. Not because he did something like, you know, arrogant. One thing, he was like arrogant, so to speak, and he did something, you know, flamboyantly. And that was like, oh no, my bike broke because I did this thing. Yeah, you know, but he hasn't done it right. Like, that could be a thing. Hard bicycle. I can see it happening. Or the anime, whatever, right? That could happen. But really here, it didn't happen. He was like doing his stuff. It's like, oh, my bicycle broke. Oh, he beat me. Like, what the fuck? And he goes past him. It was like, wow. So that is the case. That could be ridiculous. Because, I mean, they just defeats the whole team with, like, you know, like he is fighting kind of destiny, right? Like, you have destiny on your side. You have fate. You have this kind of like, you know, born with talent. I am just hardworking. I have to, you know, really struggle. And that is like, bam, destiny punished you by breaking your stuff so I can go past you. Like, that makes no sense. He should still be like, if anything, his bike should break down. And that's even more sad post, but still, that he'd be like, shit, the God gave you more power than me, and now God also broke my stuff. God really hates me, really likes you. I will still beat it because I will fucking beat destiny, right? That's the presentation we have, right? So that suddenly, like, luck would be on his side, like major luck on his side, that just ruins the whole premise to me, like, completely. So I was like, wow, after last week's episode, when I really liked character development, never get this thing. It's like, I don't know. That's the last minute here, though, so that's going to be more prevalent in the next episode. I just want to say that first of all. I was like, wow, that ending to me, that's a shocking ending, because it felt bad, like shockingly bad to me. I really don't like it. Like, yes, there's more shit happens to the good guy, but that at least has like some narrative sense. Like, if you had the bad guy, like the enemy, right, the antagonist, like, that was the point of beating him. Like, then you know you beat him by, you know, luck, right? And that just defeats the purpose. That's what I mean. That's the main thing, right? It defeats the purpose of beating him. If you beat him by him having bad luck, that means that you didn't actually exercise, you know, well or whatever. You didn't actually pass your obstacle. The obstacle just crumbled on its own by, you know, pure, you know, bad luck. And it's like, really? Even he always struggling. See what I mean? That feels so weird. Anyway, I kind of liked the episode. It was a little repetitive though. Obviously, that does it sometimes. You just have two guys fighting each other and you just keep doing the same thing. But it felt a little repetitive, actually more than like Isa versus Dubashi, because I felt that the dialogue probably was the problem here a little. Not that it was bad. I just felt that it could be better because they have the kind of the same dialogue. They have kind of the same, like, you know, back and forth pretty much. Exactly the same dialogue. I felt like last time we were talking about pretty much, right? And well, I expect you more now, so we can talk it for a little bit more. I didn't think like they were saying, I guess them as characters really don't have that good chemistry. That could be interesting as well. I think Isa and Dubashi has like a really funny back and forth banter with like Teshima and Manami is kind of like meh. Teshima does is like, and he's like, hey, come on, let's ride more. And it's like, it doesn't really, you know, trigger me that much, I guess. It's kind of like whatever. something feels a little wrong here. I think it's a combination of a little repetitive dialogue, also combined with like 2.5 episodes or earlier as well, so the second dialogue, but also that the chemistry characters aren't that strong, I think. So, right, that's probably a problem. Like, for example, picture Teshima versus Isma, the captain of Eyelash, right? The captain of Hakone, of course. That would be, I think, better. They have more of a banter and interesting dialogue, or him and his old best friend kind of guy, the metronome guy, right? That could be more interesting, so on. But it's still like, no, so yeah, I think that chemistry is also the issue with it. Anyway, I did absolutely love the scene when he see the light though. When he was like, I'm losing, but, trying to reach him, can't do it. And then I see people like, this guy, he's like, I fucking like him. He's like a hard-working guy, I respect those people. He's really, rough riding. And they were like, yeah, you can do it, Teshima. And he's like, people are actually saying my name. People are recognizing me after all these years of not being in Inter High, right? Always being too weak. It's like, people are saying my name. I have to fucking win. And he's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go past 100% and fucking die tomorrow, but I have to win this. That's a great scene, actually. So that scene was great. And the scene when just conscious also was pretty good. Like the aftermath, people said in there, the guy's like, I think he lost consciousness. He was so serious that he was like blood off his brain, and it's like, yeah. And it's the people like all the time, like they are narrating the bike race, like the people on the side. They actually were really great episode, so that was great. However, though, it was a little weird. It was just a conscious there, because suddenly you see this other girl in his class. He's like, I think that girl likes me, and she had a sister. That's it's like, and it was so weird too, because it was quite like she said her sister wanted to meet me, or like it was something like not her said, but it was implied. It was like, yeah, like she wanted to hook up with her sister, so it implied like that. And then he just kind of switched to his bed. There's like starting out with this relationship thing. Then he suddenly quickly shifts in that. He's like, I'm so tired, I sleep now. That made more sense than being in the race thing, but that was so weird. It was like, I wish they could have went on there. Not that I want to know too much about his relationship and so on, but it felt kind of weird, right? That it was like, maybe I should date her sister. Then, I want to sleep now. Like, that was just like, what? That was just weird. That just felt weird, and it made no sense. I looked at it again, it's like, no, like that scene could have been completely out, or more of that. I think that's the problem with it. It felt like, to be honest, even though it's been weirder, I think it actually should be more of those scenes. Like, do this, talking to this girl in my class and her sister, and then jump to some other girl in some other day, or maybe some date, or, to some exam, or you jump something completely else. And then jump again. We have this two, three really weird scenes together. And then we see him dropping into the ground. That I think would be better, because that would be more like, what's happening? Oh fuck, his brain is breaking it. I think that would be better. Now it's more like, is his brain breaking? And then it's like, I want to sleep. Yeah, his brain is breaking. And then it's like, yeah, I almost thought up. That felt more like that kind of sleeping scene. It fit too much, right? And it didn't fit with the random scrambled brain used before it. So it was like one random scrambled brain into sleep mode into just waking up again. So it's like, I don't know. More random scrambled brain things, or just a sleeping thing, I think would be better. It's a little weird. But yeah, and then I'm talking about him being intelligent, because they're like, oh, if send someone else, they will block them. That just feels so weird to that whole thing. It's like, no, they look down on him so much, so that's why his plan is so good, because they look down on him, so they can use them. It's like, let's not call him trusty Manami in Brick so much, because he's like the greatest climber they ever had, and they're all like climbers. Like, they're like, we have 4 climbers and 2 he's the best climbers. Like, have they ever really used that is fancy weird too. It's like, what? I don't know. And why would they actually care about all people? Because yes, they are more talented than Teshima and so on, but he is the climber to have an Unoda. So wouldn't they be like, oh, here comes the sprinter, whatever. Let's not care. Why would they be like, oh, Naruto, the sprinter guy? Yeah, let's send our best guy to stop him. Like, what? Why would they do that if they don't stop the climber guy? So that reason they felt like just a cheap shot way of saying Teshima is a smart guy, because it's like, well, obviously the enemies would have blocked the other guys that aren't climbers because they're stronger than him, so they would then they would block them because they wouldn't believe in Manami. In that case, that just felt like a really forced way to say that Isa, you're an idiot and Teshima is smart. I was like, no, I'm not buying this. Isa Cypher once, that makes no sense. That felt very forced, like an after. Afterwards. No, he made it probably because that reason. That has that kind of way. You have to make up your mind after So to make it sound intelligent, I'm not buying it. That felt like a bad writing to me, to be honest. And then we had honestly, I think I'm coming off a little from the last week that I think was a really bad episode, like a really bad episode, and I'm coming this week and I'm still having my critical minds like, but you better work up for me now. I mean that ending and the other scene, was it the only scene I also didn't like it much, to be honest. Like this anime is really not very good for me right now. I mean obviously it's ending now. And I was happy it's ending because I'm like, wow, they're really dropping the ball like 3 episodes in a row now. So I was like, is season 4 gonna be good now? Because this is like, what the hell? See that coming in next year, 2 years, something. But yeah, because the other scene with the pink guy, that I can't remember his name, he didn't say his name right. The guy with, his name is Bunyan, at least, right? The blocking Unula. His scene. That was weird too, and made no logical sense. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the first. I've been the first for like freaking 10 minutes or something." Suddenly these guys are coming, and he's like, "It's not number 1. It's number 5 instead. He can also climb." Oh, they passed me. Well, normally I would. I was like, yeah. Then they went into this really weird speech when he's like, "Normally I would try to beat them. If someone comes after me, but this scenario." When I didn't receive this number 5 guy coming, plus the other guy from Hakone, which he reached respect coming, and it's like, yeah, so some like this is a complete other race, like birds turning into stones and stones into birds, and it's like I'm not gonna try it. It's like what? Like what the fuck was that scene? It made no sense. It was one of the dumbest scenes in my life, to be honest. That scene was really stupid. And like last week, they had this stupid like strategy loading thing. Completely missing a logic right now. This scene, he's like, I'm not even gonna try beating them because that guy didn't see it coming, so fuck it. It's like, what? If you were first in this race, and you really live for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? I have to get, like, my school isn't the best. At least you can get the climbing best. You can be the best climbers. That's fucking awesome. And you see these random guys come behind you. Whoever it is, you'd be like, well, I'm just gonna like lie down now and then fuck the shit. No. I mean, first of all, he should expect Manami to come, right? Or someone else from Hakone. Like, they are climbing school and they have the best climber, pretty much, right? Or Unoda Manami. So he should expect Manami to come and he should be equally, or like, he's slightly less than Unoda. So he should know that. So he has to beat that guy anyway. Like, so. And obviously, from our perspective, we see Manami fighting Teshima, right? I mean, Manami is obviously the guy to win, pretty much. So he should be like, yo, there's Manami, time to go serious. Like, how would it matter if you to see Manami, which should be your like obvious expected enemy, because Unoda you believe are locked away. You see Manami plus another guy. Oh, it's not Unoda, it's the other guy from the team. Like, who cares? You should expect Manami to be your number 1 competitor, right, at this race, at this moment. So beating him is still beating the other guy, right? Because obviously, aspect of it is, and people everyone else like Teshima is behind Manami, and they also are behind Manami at that scene. When they after him at that state. Like, he sees them, Manami is in front. It should be like, oh, there's Manami, and whoever's behind doesn't matter, has to beat Manami, right? Have to be number 1. Because they have to be the first to the top, right? There's no second place to be, this is number 1. You can't be, it's binary. You're either 1 or you're not, right? So he's like, oh, there's Manami, my biggest competitor right now, because Unoda is locked behind it. Some other guy from Unoda's team? I'm just gonna AFK. It's like, what? That scene was crap, if you ask me. That was a really bad scene. Absolutely the worst scene in this episode, by far. That was a really bad scene. With everything as said now. Plus all, yeah, but like that scene was just like, no, this makes no little sense. I really, really hated this scene once. I want to say the word hate here. Not even this, I say the word hate, and that fits perfectly because it's not really like strong, it's really hate, because that scene was really bad in every sense of the way, right? I mean, his speech made no sense. Instead of being just like, oh, whatever, my life is over. They are like birds from stones. Like, what the hell? But it's just the sense that at least he should have been like, okay, they're coming after me here, Manami plus this Junta, Teshima guy, whoever, and he should try his best, and he should fail. Like, if he did try, right? I mean, first thing about it, if he just tried for like a minute, right? From like 3 kilometers, 2 kilometers, saying, shit, I am so weaker than them. Like, I've been leading this for like 10, 15 minutes, whatever. But they, as soon as they got after me, I can't do anything. If I had reached the goal before them, I would have won. But they're so much faster than me. So now when I'm at their spot, I can't beat them, right? But he's like, there they are. Okay, I'm boost. Like, what the fuck? You should try, because you don't know. You don't know how hard they have, gone from being, like a mile behind you, and it's going like we have to go at full fucking max speed to get to that guy into the race. And so when they reach, even if you were ahead, and you exhausted yourself earlier, you might actually still have more energy and stamina left, right? Because if you went really fast in the beginning, and now you've been leading for, let's say you've been leading for like 10 minutes straight, right? And you have the same speed as you have for the 10 minutes, you actually would regain some stamina, right? You'd be like, yeah, here the other guys coming, and the other guys, it would be like, they just, bursted at the full speed to get to you for the last minute or 2 minutes. They would actually be more faster than you if you were equal straight, right? Obviously, he's weaker than that, but still, he should know that, right? he shouldn't, oh God, what's that? He shouldn't believe that. He should not believe that he cannot even try to beat them. Like, this seems so bad. That's a really bad thing. He should have just tried, right? He should have tried. You should have seen him go with them. That scene would be so much more intense, though. If he, this here, like, see Myrmonden and Junta, and they're like, what, the third guy's here? And he'd be like, oh, those guys, and he'd like try to block him, and that could have been something actually which was much better than the Shane thing. If he was like, I'm gonna fucking block this Myrmonden guy, and Teshima, and I'm gonna fucking win this. He'd try to block them. Teshima would be intelligent because he's smarter. He would go around. He would get a lead of Manami. That would have been something that actually would be interesting, right? Like suddenly it's like a third element there, a surprise guy, and he's like, what the fuck? And that would be so much better. And at least he would try to do something. He's like, okay, I lost. Like, what? And Jesus Christ. Then I see him doing this weird speech. He's like, God, you're an idiot. And he's like, normal. He even like Lamb says like, normal I would try, but I'm not gonna try it because they're so good. It's like, what? Why would you? Why? No, this episode sucked, right? They had some good scenes, like the car scene with them like, oh, Manami is so strong, and Sugimoto's like, no, we can't surrender. Him getting up there, people cheering him was great as well. But it has like the Shane thing is stupid, the pink guy that just give up so they saw them really, really stupid. Even fucking worse than Shane thing, but both things are really bad. Like those two things are really, really bad. And you generally had this like, oh, but his strategy was to pretend to be weak or something, because otherwise they would have blocked us if we didn't send a climber. Like, what? Like, if we sent one of our sprinters, they would have blocked us. Okay. Like, no. That is stupid. So, oh God, it's anime. Yeah, like, they're dropping the balls so heavily now. Jesus Christ. I'll see how it ends next week, and hopefully, well, I can't see. Obviously, he's gonna put a fix his shade in, and so I can go up to him, and maybe Unda's gonna hate him. Hopefully, Unda won't save him. That would be really horrible. But yeah, I'm just frustrated about the pink guy so much. Like, what was that? What was that? Anyway, see you next week for the final. Have a great day.